and I'm supposed to be working with a Japanese director on an action movie next month.
Well, what I found impressive is that you're not just a big tough guy and a muscle guy, you're a writer too. You write your own scripts, you've got a couple of screenplays that you've written, yes. And maybe someone will come along and offer you an opportunity on those.
I'm hoping so. I actually presented 2 scripts recently to an agent who's also has his own production company, and he's going to present them to his investor. I'm thinking they may be taken up because I presented them not as a movie or a story, but as a business plan. Both movies shot at the same time, similar costumes, similar period, similar settings, like rural Thailand. Pick the huts up, move them around, new village, shoot second movie. It's just basically I'm trying to shoot 2 movies for the price of 1, which makes sense for investors. He doubles his money.
Well, that was done very successfully by Peter Jackson, of course, with Lord of the Rings. 3 movies shot, I believe, at the same time. Yes. So it's quite a good business idea.
Yes. The man who sort of started all that was Roger Corman. He was shooting with Jack Nicholson, I believe, and they were shooting The Raven, I think, Edgar Allan Poe story, and they finished 3 days early, and they've gone, we've got everyone here, we've got the cast, we've got the film crew, let's shoot. And so they sat down that night, they wrote their own script in one night, and they shot the movie and sold it. It doesn't matter how much they sell it for, it's all 100% profit. So that's the sort of, and he's written a book, How I Made 100, I think it's called How I Made 100 Hollywood Movies and Never Lost a Dime. But it's by keeping the costs low.
Well, here in Pattaya we're at Tony's Gym, one of Tony's gyms here at the moment, and the reason that you've been working out so hard is that you've got a new product coming out as well. Can you tell me about that?
Oh yes, let's say thank you for Tony first of all for letting me use his facilities, and thank you for having a good gym, because I can't believe I come to Pattaya, third world country, Thailand's poor, blah blah blah. The gyms here are better than Australia. It's ridiculous. And the thing is, I don't know who designed Tony's equipment, but it's made for 10-foot tall people. So I can actually train here comfortably. For me, it's a welcome change, rather than I usually sit at the machine and you're doing this sort of thing, or you half movements because the machine's too small. Here, it's really good. What I'm filming now is mainly to keep myself busy, because it's been 6 months since my last major movie. I had a TV commercial, but it's only a small thing, and a couple of auditions. But I'm shooting my own Pattaya lifestyle and workout video. So that'll include a training routine, diet, and a day in the life of Conan, which will be interesting for people who don't do this sort of thing. Or no one does what I do, really. I'm not just going, I go to the gym an hour a day. It's not a major part of my life. I'm not a meathead. I don't actually enjoy going to the gym and being macho. I do it as part of my product. Like, I am my product. And that's why.
So you actually have a routine that that other guys could follow. That yes. Is not sort of over the top, but is a good way to keep them in shape, keep them fit.
Yep, I actually product plug here. I actually have some e-books I sell from my website. Just do a search on Google for Conan Stevens, you'll find me very easily. And I sell like diet and a training book. And a few more things coming out soon, but it's fairly simple to train to gain muscle. It's not a major thing, and if anyone went to the gym for 6 months, twice a week, and just put in 2 hours a week, you can end up with a fairly reasonable body. You're not going to be massive, you're not going to turn into Arnold. Some people say, I don't want to look like Arnold, and it's like, why not? But you can get a athletic physique very easily. Even if you're overweight, you can still change that. There's one fellow at the gym, and he's done very well. He's got a personal trainer, and he's, in 9 months, dropped 6 inches off his waist and put on 15 kilo. So you can imagine, and he said to me, I've never had a manly body before. He's obviously quite big across the chest and shoulders now, but to drop 6 inches off the waist at the same time as putting on 15 kilo was quite an accomplishment. That was 9 months. He goes 6 days a week. This is a combination, upper chest and shoulder. I like to finish an exercise like this after I do my chest and I work in my shoulders, so it actually doubles up. I work both body parts, even though I only do, say, 3 sets of this. I'm actually doing 3 sets of each. So in my workout it counts for 6 sets. still.
Do you like the lifestyle here in Pattaya?
I do. I hear a lot of expats complain about Thailand. There's a lot of things, I myself included, sometimes the social and cultural differences are a bit too much. But looking at living in Australia, what I'm doing now is I go home, I cook all my own food at home, I go to the gym, I come by the pool, hang out for an hour with my friends. A friend stays upstairs. And I live a very similar life as I would here, as I would in Australia. I don't go to the beer bars and all walking street, and I really hate. That's not my scene. It's okay, but it's not something I want to do on a daily basis. So I actually enjoy the place. The food's fantastic, and the availability for me. I've got to eat every 2 hours. So in Australia, friends, you want to come over and you go, oh man, I've got to go to the supermarket and buy some food, and I'll cook it, and I'll be about 2 hours, and I'll turn up with a little esky of food, and it's a pain in the butt. But here, do you want to come? Yeah, I'll go and get some chicken and rice down the corner, and I'll.
Well, it's a perfect place if you're going to eat every 2 hours. Thailand's the perfect place.
Oh, it is. It's nice, and I do enjoy it here.
And it's a normal life. You can actually live a very normal, healthy life here with great fresh air. And do you get down to the beach very often?
No, I try and keep away from the beach here. Isn't so.
Not like Australia.
No, very different here. I do go to Jomtien Beach for a run when it's low tide in the wet sand, and I do go I walk in the mornings or afternoons to help lose fat over at Jomtien. It's nicer over there. It's a little bit dirty here.
Now, walking around here in Pattaya, I mean, obviously you've lived here for a while, so people are used to seeing you, but do you still get a few shocked looks from people when, you know, you're 7 foot tall when you walk down the street? I mean, you must get a bit of attention. I do. I actually don't notice it because I'm so used to it, but I have, where I live, the fellow who owns the apartment complex is an American fellow. He came out, he's actually 6'4" and 125 kilo anyway. Yeah, doesn't train, but he was ex-services. And we went out when I first moved in, and he was walking like 20 minutes behind me, just watching everyone's reaction and laughing. I personally don't notice it, but if I go or meet some people who aren't used to foreigners, say if I go up like your son or something like that, then it's really noticeable. People actually get scared and back off, and children will like run screaming. I mean, as a kid, were you self-conscious about that? About being so tall?
Yeah, as a child, as a young kid, I was actually quite shy, and I didn't have much self-confidence. And it came to the point where I looked at myself, and I was stooping. I was playing basketball, computer programming at that stage too. So I had a bad posture, and I looked at myself and I thought, I'm the centre of attention everywhere I go, so I may as well capitalise on it. I started going to the gym, and I got bigger, and I turned from an introvert into an extrovert. Because why not take advantage? It's an advantage or a disadvantage depending on how you look at it. Absolutely. So I decided to make it an advantage. Great.
And you'll be here in Pattaya for some time, do you think?
I don't know. With this new Swords and Sorcery movie, if that comes off, I'll be going to live in Europe. Yeah. There's an American studio over there. They're shooting 40-odd action movies here. They've got Universal Soldier 2, Rambo 5. Everyone is shooting over there now. So if that comes off, they're shooting a movie every 10 days, and it's usually an action movie. So I think I'll be living and working over there for a while.
You have to go where the action is, definitely. Well, there he is. If you ever come down to Pattaya, you might bump into him in the street. This is Conan Stevens. He's a stunt actor here in Pattaya at the moment. Check out his website and check out his new fitness video when it comes out very soon. You can visit Conan's website for details on his story and his fan club. Okay, I'm feeling a little bit short here next to Conan. As I said, he's 7 foot tall. Yeah?
7 foot tall and 140 odd kilo.
Yeah, but you know, he's still a pushover. You know why?
Oh.
Yay!
Thanks.